Hold on, this gets weird. Pirates may have worn eye patches even when both of their eyes worked perfectly. Not because they lost an eye in battle, not because of a sword fight. They may have done it on purpose. You're watching Fact Harbor, and this tiny piece of pirate fashion hides a surprisingly clever secret. When you picture a pirate, you probably see a wooden leg, a parrot, and an eye patch. But here's the mystery. Why would someone willingly cover half their vision while fighting on a rocking ship filled with ropes, cannons, and sharp objects? That sounds less like a survival strategy and more like a really bad idea. So what did pirates know that most people don't? Think about the last time you walked from bright sunlight into a dark room. For a few seconds, you couldn't see much of anything. Your eyes needed time to adjust. Now imagine you're standing on the deck of a pirate ship in the blazing Caribbean sun. Suddenly, an enemy vessel appears. Cannons fire. Orders are shouted. You sprint below deck to grab gunpowder from a dark storage area. How much time do your eyes have to adjust? Not much. And in a battle, even a few seconds of blindness can be the difference between victory and becoming fish food. But if that's the real clue, why don't sailors today wear eye patches all the time? And where did this idea even come from? Most people assume the answer is obvious. Pirates fought constantly. Swords, pistols, cannon blasts, flying splinters, ships were dangerous places. So naturally, people imagine that lots of pirates lost an eye and covered the injury with a patch. It sounds reasonable. After all, pirate history is packed with violent characters. Men like Blackbeard built terrifying reputations across the Atlantic. Life at sea wasn't exactly safe. Movies helped lock this image into our minds. Generation after generation grew up seeing pirates with eye patches. So the explanation seemed settled. Case closed, right? Not quite. Because historians have found surprisingly little evidence that large numbers of pirates actually wore eye patches due to missing eyes. In fact, many famous pirate images were created long after the real Golden Age of Piracy ended, and that's where the story starts getting interesting. The Golden Age of Piracy exploded during the late 1600s and early 1700s. European empires were battling for trade routes, treasure ships crossed oceans carrying fortunes, and the Caribbean became a giant floating battlefield. Ships weren't simple places. Above deck was often flooded with sunlight. Below deck was another world entirely dark, cramped, smoky, and lit by only a few lanterns. Here's something most people never think about. Human eyes are slow. Your pupils react quickly, but full dark adaptation can take many minutes. That's a problem if you're racing between bright and dark environments during combat. So imagine you're a pirate captain. You discover a trick that lets you instantly see in the dark whenever you need to. Wouldn't that be worth sacrificing one eye's view for a while? Now we're getting closer. The most popular modern explanation is surprisingly simple. A pirate could keep one eye permanently adapted to darkness by covering it with an eye patch. When moving below deck, all they had to do was switch the patch to the other eye. Suddenly, the eye that had been protected from sunlight was already adjusted to the dark. No waiting, no stumbling around, no precious seconds lost. You can actually test this yourself. Cover one eye for several minutes in a brightly lit room, then walk into a dark space and switch the cover. The difference can be surprisingly noticeable. Was every pirate doing this? We can't say for certain. Historical proof is limited, but the science absolutely works. And when you think about life aboard a ship, the idea starts making a lot of sense. Pirates constantly moved between sunlit decks and dark interiors. Having instant night vision in one eye could be incredibly useful. Yet the strangest part is still ahead. The funny thing is that this trick isn't just associated with pirates. Versions of the same idea have reportedly been used by military personnel, sailors, and others who needed to move quickly between bright and dark environments. So, the legendary pirate eye patch may not have been a symbol of injury at all. It may have been an early piece of practical technology. No gears, no batteries, no expensive equipment, just a strip of cloth helping the human eye do something nature already allows. The image that became a symbol of danger and adventure might actually represent a clever understanding of biology. Not bad for a bunch of outlaws sailing wooden ships 3 centuries ago. What's fascinating is how often history hides intelligence inside things we dismiss as stereotypes. We see an eye patch and think, movie pirate. But behind that image may be a simple solution to a real-world problem. Sometimes the strangest looking habits exist because they work. And sometimes a pirate wasn't trying to look intimidating. He was just trying to see. So the next time you see a pirate with an eye patch, remember, the real story may have nothing to do with a missing eye. It may be about staying one step ahead of darkness itself. A tiny piece of cloth, a massive advantage, and a secret hidden in plain sight for hundreds of years. If your brain just went, wait, that's actually genius, maybe stick around and subscribe to Fact Harbor. You've already made it this far without challenging a pirate to a sword fight, which shows excellent judgment. And somewhere out on a moonlit ship, that covered eye might have been seeing everything.